lights, camera, and action. Do you ever wonder why most major film companies use that order as an industry standard when filming a movie? Well, it's because without the lights, the camera's pretty much useless. Because no matter how good of a camera you have, no matter what settings you put it on, no matter how much thousands of dollars you throw at it, if you don't have a good camera, there's only so much adjustments the camera can do, and you're going to be looking at a shadow. So today we're going to be talking about a good light. We're going to be talking about the Elgato key light. Welcome back, guys. My name's Dante, and I'll be your stream guide for today. Just to let y'all know, we do release videos weekly on streaming items and streaming technology. So if you have any questions about any of that, just make sure to check our channel, see if you can find a video that relates to the topic you have a question in. If not, just leave a comment down below and we'll go ahead and try to answer that for you. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and also press that button just right down there. Make sure to press that little red button and subscribe and join us on our adventure, as we try to cover as much streaming items, as much technology items as we can. In today's video, we're going to review the Elgato key light. Currently, Elgato has two different key lights. They have the Elgato key light over here, and then they have key light Air over here. Now, the main differences between those two are going to be size, price, and brightness. All right, guys, the first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the price. Without a budget, you can't just come into this knowing you can't spend as much as this costs. You'll just go with something cheaper. So we'll go ahead and talk about price first. The price for the Elgato key light is going to be $200, not including shipping or handling or any of that. I know a lot of you out there are now like, oh my God, don't just skip over $200 like you didn't just say that. That's the most expensive light I've ever heard of. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford it. I don't think it's worth it, but hold on, calm down. I'm gonna explain why the Elgato key light is worth the $200 and why it's just perfect for all streamers, YouTubers, and content creators. All right, guys, now that we've covered price, we're gonna go ahead and cover some materials and some dimensions of the key light. The key light is gonna come with an adjustable base. The base is gonna go anywhere from 22 inches in height all the way up to 49 inches in height. So just know that the minimum is 22 and maximum is 49. Also, it's gonna weigh about 3 pounds, so it's gonna be pretty sturdy. So for this part of the video, we're gonna talk about the color range. The color range can go anywhere from 2,900 to 7,000. In order to demonstrate that, I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna cut this light over here to my right off, and we're just gonna work off the key light. It's gonna be over here to the left. So let me go ahead and cut that off real quick. Now that that light's off, we just have a dim light over here. In order to demonstrate this, we're gonna go ahead and put it on max brightness. So this is what it looks like on max brightness on 2900K. This is what the 2900K max brightness looks like. You can see it's extremely bright, and it's kind of blinding me, so I don't want to look too much toward the camera because the light's over there. Look a little down. Also, we're gonna go ahead and change it to 7,000. This is what 7,000 looks like. It's gonna be a really clear. It's gonna be a really bright. That one's actually brighter than yellow. It's just the camera is actually really adjusting well to it. And I usually don't keep mine that bright. So for streaming settings, just beware. This is what I usually keep mine on right here. And we'll go ahead and cover the brightness in the next section. We're just gonna go ahead and leave that second light off. We're going to leave this light on, and we're going to show you the brightness. The brightness can go from anywhere from 0 to 2800 lumens, which is a lot, which right now it's on full brightness. So we'll go ahead and back it all the way down. No, that's full brightness. We'll go ahead and back it all the way down just so y'all can see what the lowest setting is. The lowest setting on it's going to be this. It's going to be 3%. It is on. You probably can't see any of the light. All these lights are coming from my 3 monitors, but it's just barely on to subtle glow. We'll go ahead and move that up just a little bit. We'll go ahead and go to 9%. That's what 9% looks like on you. It does add a lot more light coming from the light compared to 3%. We'll go ahead and skip up a little more. We're not going to go by like 5%. So we're going to go ahead and skip up to 42%. 42% is going to look like this. This is what I usually record videos on. I stream on 9% just because that's just enough light for people to see me, and plus my camera is going to be really small in the corner. People don't really use that too much. So This is what I record my YouTube videos on, all my videos on. It's going to be right around 42%. And let's go ahead and go to max. This is what max looks like on the brightness. Really bright. I don't know if people can record on this setting. It's just really bright. Even when it's so far away from me, it's still really bright. So we're going to go ahead and put all the settings back to normal. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this light on, and we're going to go ahead and get on with the video. The next thing we're going to cover is the table clamp that it does come with. It doesn't come with any other stands. It just comes with a desk clamp or a table clamp. The clamp can extend up to 2.35 inches, which is a little under 2.5 inches. I have a pretty thick desk and I thought it wasn't going to fit, but it clamped just fine with plenty of room. So if you have a decent sized desk, don't worry about it. It's going to fit just fine. We'll go ahead and talk about the last item it comes with. It does come with a power cord. Just be careful because the power cord, it is a brick on the end, so it will take up some space, but also it can use up to 45 watts. So just make sure you know what you're doing. If you're plugging into an extension cord, make sure see what that extension cord is rated for. If you have like mine with a bunch of stuff on an extension cord and it's just about full. So what are the cons of the key light? One of the cons is the key light randomly loses connection to Wi-Fi. And when it does, you gotta go over to the key light. You gotta stand up. If you're streaming, you gotta go over to the key light. You gotta switch it off. You gotta switch it on. You gotta wait a few seconds, then it'll reconnect back to your computer, back to my stream deck as it does. And then after that, I can use it. After that, it's fine. But just it randomly losing connection with no reason or rhyme, that's something that I have to consider a con. It's something they're just gonna have to fix. The only way to switch the key light on and off is by getting up and actually pressing the power button up there. Like you have to manually have that power button on in order for your computer and everything to sync to it to work. But if you don't have that power button on, you got to get up every stream and press it. The thing about Stream Deck is you don't have to get up every stream and press it. It's built in, so you can just press a button and it'll turn it on and off. The cord for the key light. Unlike the key light Air, just the regular key light that's more expensive doesn't have a way to route the cord efficiently. You literally got to zip tie it, or you got to tie it back going down the light so nobody can see it, so it's on the back, but there's still no real good way to route that cord. On the key light Air, that's not a problem because the key light Air, they literally built it with a place for the cord to route down in the back. Just the key light doesn't have it yet. Maybe it'll be a future function. Who knows? Another con is that the power brick for the power cord is at the very end of the power cord. It's where you plug it into an outlet. That means it takes up a lot of space. Instead of just moving it back some and just having a regular plug, it's a really big plug, so you may have to rearrange stuff when it comes down to putting the power cord in the outlet or putting it in an extension cord. Just be mindful, it does take up a little more space. And of course, we got to come into the number one con: price. This is a very expensive key light. It's $200. I wanted to get two, so I bought two. I bought one for my setup. I bought one for my fiance setup behind me. That's the purple setup you see in the background. That's her setup. I bought one for me, one for her. And then I had to buy some off-brand lights that for the price of one of these lights, I got two of these lights. So, and I do love the key light more, which is why it's my primary light. It's like secondary light, but for the price point, if you really can't afford it, there's other things out there, but I'm explaining, like I said, I'm explaining to you in the pros on why this is a great light. That brings us to what are the pros and why am I recommending a $200 Elgato key light instead of some other off-brand light like the other one I have. Well, we're just gonna go ahead and break it down into a couple sections. The first thing that we're gonna talk about is when you stream, spotlight is literally on you. That means all your viewers, everybody, they're coming to watch you. They're coming to watch what you do. They're coming to, if you do content creation, they're watching your videos on YouTube. They're looking at you. If your lighting's off, then they're going to be able to subconsciously tell. They're going to be able to tell that lighting's too bright, lighting's too dim. If your camera quality is off, they're going to be able to tell that too. If your audio is spiking and peaking or going too low that they can't hear, they're going to be able to tell that too. So you're going to have to mix all these things together to create something special. It does get hot having a light on you for long periods of time. Now soft boxes, you get hot a lot faster than this. You can stream with this for 10-15 hours and be fine without even heating up a little bit. After that, you do start feeling a little bit of heat. You do start heating up just a little bit, but compared to a soft box, this just knocks that out of the box when it comes to just temperature. Especially if you got small rooms and you don't have good airflow, this will heat your room up nowhere near as fast as a soft box will. And that's a good thing. Another pro with this is mobility. You can literally unclamp this from the desk, pack it up in a suitcase, take it to wherever you're having it, set up your setup, clamp it back onto that desk, put it at the height you had it at, and literally do all that in like 2 minutes. It's really quick to set this up. You don't have to worry about space. You don't have to worry about a huge stand on the ground. You're really tight for space and you have a desk. This is going to work perfectly. Another pro for this product is this works with the Stream Deck. Also, it has a computer application that you can just go to the control center that you can adjust it and turn it on and off from there. Or if you have the Stream Deck, like I said, you can create a button and basically that button can do all the work for you instead of having to go up there, turn it on and off when you're starting your stream. You literally just look down at your Stream Deck or look up at your screen and click on the control center and you can turn it on and off from there. However, like I said earlier, the manual power button does have to be on. One last pro we're going to talk about is the maneuverability of the light. That light can literally face any angle. It can face up, it can face down, it can rotate around 360. You can literally put it in any position you need to put it. And it takes up a very minimal footprint. So if you do item reviews, if you do a bunch of product reviews, then this will work perfect because you can clamp it onto the desk, have it facing down onto the item, and boom, you're ready to go. All you gotta do is plug it into a USB, and then you're ready to go. You can turn it on and off with your computer or with whatever you're using to record it with. All right, guys, so for my final thoughts, good quality lighting will improve the quality of your video, will improve the quality of what you see at the camera, because like I said earlier, the camera can only do so much adjusting to compensate for, I guess, poor or low lighting. A good lighting source, your camera will work flawlessly. Now we're going to talk about one more thing about just in this topic is if you combine the Elgato stream light or the Elgato key light, and you combined it with the Elgato green screen, and you even go a step further to combine that with the Elgato Stream Deck, and then you take it a step further to get the Elgato 4K capture card like I have, it takes you to a special place, a place I call the Streamer Zone. Now the Streamer Zone is where you can do everything you need to do at the push of a button. You don't need to worry about anything. Everything sets up, everything turns on, everything gets ready to stream with the push of a button. And that is amazing. We know you work hard for your money, and so do we. So we want to let you know our recommendations. We want to let you know what we think's a good product, what we think's a bad product. So if we get a bad product, y'all don't make the mistake of going out and buying that product and being stuck with a bad product when we could have just told you our thoughts on the product. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. If the Elgato key light is within your budget, then I'd say it's 100% must buy, or you should buy it. Now, I'm not saying the Elgato key light is the only light out there. I'm not saying it's the best light, it's the best thing since sliced bread. What I am saying is amazing for content creators, it's amazing for YouTubers, it's amazing for Twitch streamers, it's amazing for Mixer streamers, YouTube streamers, whatever you can do it, whatever you can stream on, it just makes everything look better. Now, if you can't afford that, I am going to do a video on a cheaper light. Like I said, I got two of the cheaper lights over here. Now there's two for $100. I am going to do a review on that video, and that's going to come out later. Just stay tuned for that one. All right, guys, just remember, if you liked what you saw, make sure to like. If you have any comments, make sure to leave them down here in the comments. Also, make sure to hit that little red button over here to subscribe. All right, guys, see you next time.